USC was always my dream school. My whole life, I've known I wanted to be a filmmaker. In the 9th grade, I Googled best film school and discovered that USC was on the top of most of those lists. So I dedicated the next 3 years of my life into getting into USC. I just had to be the best student to get into the best film school to be the best filmmaker. But I wasn't exactly the most academic student. I wasn't lazy, I just wasn't good at school. So to make up for this, I worked really, really hard. I had no life, but I figured sacrificing a few years of high school would be worth it if I could get into USC. So every day, I'd study for hours on end for every assignment, every test, every quiz. I gave it everything I had, but it still wasn't up to USC standards. My GPA was 3.49 weighted. USC's average was 3.8 unweighted. My SAT score was 1650. USC's average was like 2100. So by my senior year, I realized that I didn't have much of a chance getting into USC, but I sent in my application anyways and just tried to enjoy the last few months of high school. In spring of my senior year, the day before spring break, I got a thin envelope in the mail from USC, and it was no surprise that I didn't get in, and at that point I really didn't care. But as I flipped through the letters they sent me on why I wasn't admitted, one section on the FAQ page caught my eye. It said, "I want to appeal my decision. What do I do?" I had no real intention of USC reversing their decision, but I had something to say. So on my spring break, while I was parked at a gas station somewhere in Pennsylvania in the middle of the night, I wrote USC a letter. Dear USC Admissions, in my high school career, I've done the best I could in school while balancing all the other activities in my life. I'm very methodical in my learning, so it's been challenging to earn good grades while playing in marching band, symphonic. I realize my academic record may not be up to par with the majority of USC's admitted students, but with all due respect, I am not a scientist. I'm not a mathematician, and I'm not a historian. I am a filmmaker. It just does not make much sense to me that I'm being judged on how well my test scores are to get into film school. Many of the world's greatest filmmakers did poorly in high school. Steven Spielberg was rejected from this very institution 3 times. Robert Zemeckis was rejected and had to plead to the USC Admissions to give him a chance. Like Zemeckis, I am pleading to you. I am asking for a chance to go to USC and prove myself worthy to be a part of such a prestigious film program. Until the day I die, I'll be making films, trying to change the world. As long as I have a camera in my hand, I'll be striving to be the best filmmaker that I can possibly be. I may not have a 4.0 GPA or a perfect SAT score, but what I do have is a passion. You may not believe me, but this passion will inevitably lead me to success. And if you don't admit me to this university, I'll prove you wrong. Thank you for your consideration. So I hit send and forgot about it until May 10th, 2012, when I got an email back from USC Admissions. As I click on the email, I'm anticipating in my head it saying, "We're sorry to inform you, we can't offer you admission." But that's not what it said. It said, "Congratulations." And I can't even really focus to read the rest. It says, "We're excited to offer you admission to the spring 2013 semester." So I didn't know what to think. I'd already made plans to go off to college with a bunch of my friends. I was finally enjoying the last few months of high school. I felt like I had found my place. But on the other hand, this was my dream for so long, and something that I worked so hard to get. I committed to USC a few days later. I thought I had a golden ticket to the center of the creative universe, but it didn't turn out that way. That's, however, another story.